Okay. Why does that look so weird? Oops. Okay, can you guys see the chat? I don't know if I can see the chat. Let me go find out. Can you guys see the chat? I don't know if I can see the chat. Let me go. Okay. Still a little early. I will give you guys like 4 or 5 more minutes to hop on. So does everyone have are you gonna like write your goals out as we go, or are you doing it on PicMonkey as you listen in, or what's your plan, you guys? I thought that I really love Zoom, but I always have an issue where everyone is like not muting themselves, and so you can hear like all this crazy background chatter. Which is what made me think maybe I should try this with Google Live or YouTube Live. But you guys tell me if it's like too fuzzy or choppy. We can always switch too, because I want it to be able to like be worth this for you guys. Okay, good. Yeah, I like PicMonkey too, and I'm gonna just kind of get you guys going. I hope that, just the little list I even put in the event page is helpful just to get you thinking on like all things. And For me, it always starts with like faith, family, fitness. You know, if I put all of that first, that kind of stuff first, I feel like that's what feeds the business. So don't feel like your dream boards just need to be Beachbody. I think that's a good thing to remember. You know, in fact, let me screen share this. Can I screen share this? Let me see here. That didn't make it very big. There we go. That's what I want. I will let you guys. Let's see here. Let me put this up. I assume you guys can see that. That's just, we'll talk a little bit about SMART goals, but just being specific in what you're going after. It doesn't have to be specific on your dream board, but we're going to take it even a step further than the dream board. All right, well, it's 9 o'clock, so let's just get this rolling, because it's 9 o'clock. Like, I'm at the end of my weekend after a very busy week and weekend, and I want to relax like the rest of you guys. So I can check the chat as we go if you guys need anything, but here are some ways to think about that goal list. So I shared it in the event page, but I shared some of my goals for this year, and you'll notice that like faith, family, fitness, personal development, all of those things were a part of my goals for the year. Don't think that you just need to make your goals Beachbody based. Sure, have those in there, but I find when I am beating myself from the top that the rest of it falls into place. Like when I am filling myself up, I have more to fill into others. So don't ever feel bad for putting things on your goal list that are completely like selfish, like things you want for yourself and your family. That's where you should be first. That's why you're doing this business, right? For them, for those things. So I find when I lead with those things first, that's where my heart is at. The rest just comes into view. So when you guys sit down, and I just call it a brain dump, get a pad of paper and just start writing things down. You have 12 months ahead of you. What would you do if you could? You know, and be we'll get into this, but be specific about what you want. Do you want to buy a new car? Okay, what one? How new? What year? Is it brand new? Is it 2 years old? Is it black? Is it a Ford? Is it an SUV that you've been dying for because you don't want a minivan anymore? Whatever. Be specific about what you want, and then make sure it's something measurable. So if you say you want to be a Success Club 5 all year, or you want to be able to sign, 2 coaches a month, whatever it is, make sure that it's something that's measurable. Don't be vague, because again, it's really hard to track that. At the end of the year, we go back and look at how we did, and guess what? I have things that I did not hit at all. But at least pushing towards them got me further than if I wouldn't have set those goals at all. Make sure they're attainable, but not too easy. Don't wimp out here. All right? If you are a diamond coach right now and you tell me your goal for December is to be a 1-star diamond coach, I'm going to tell you your goal is too easy. You have a whole year ahead of you. You have no idea the rock stars you might sign in the next couple of months. You have no idea what your team is going to take off and do. You know how hard you're willing to work. So think about it. Does 2-star and premier seem reasonable to you, or is it 5-star and elite? And then relevant. Make sure it's relevant to you, what you want for you, your family, this business. You know, and I really try and keep my goals to this year. You know, if it's something I want to do 5 years down the road, you can keep a long-term goal list. That's great. It might help you next year. But make sure that whatever it is you're working on right now. And then time-based. Give yourself a deadline. Even if it seems super scary and crazy or impossible, give yourself a deadline. You will push yourself harder to get it done if you give yourself a deadline. For example, last year I wanted to be 15 star diamond by the Success Club trip in Cancun, and I didn't make it. I wasn't a 15 star diamond by the Cancun trip, but I was a 15 star diamond by Summit. So sometimes you have to go in and adjust and tweak those goals. That's fine. We didn't write them in stone. They're not going on your tombstone. Just go after them. Don't set your sights too small. Don't be unrealistic. You know how hard you're willing to work on this. So keep that in mind when you make your list, okay? So really, I am going to stop this share, and then I'm going to share with you guys the dream board that we're going to kind of work on together. So if you want to have yours up, hi guys. I'm like half in pajamas, half turtleneck. It's like 12 degrees here. Okay. So let me screen share with you my photo editor. And I just want to come make sure everyone's good. Okay, everyone's good. I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything. So I've just created this in PicMonkey. I used the design feature and I created one that's like, I think 2,000 pixels by 1,600 pixels. If you want to make this exact one, but really the size of it depends on you and how much you're going to put on it. So you can come in here and make it super pretty, or you can make it as casual as you want. I usually come in and add some sort of texture. Trying to think which one I did last year. Oh, boards. I came in and just made it like a cork board. And I thought that was kind of fun to just go with, you know, cork board. So I will do that. And then everything else is just about me making it pretty. And here's why you're going to make it pretty, okay? You're not going to make it pretty for me or for the team. You're going to make it pretty so that you can keep it on your computer and refer back to it, but also so that if you want to use this publicly to declare your goals and dreams for the year, you can. So if you want to go ahead and post this baby on Facebook or on the team page when we're done, there is some pride and ownership of like making this thing look like cool, good, right? You know, so I'll put a little overlay in there. I'm kind of into like pale purples and like spa blues and grays right now. And if you guys have seen, like my dream board last year was like neon yellow and turquoise and pink. So this year's is gonna have like a totally different vibe. That's okay. Like you are allowed to switch like every single year and make this new fun dream board. And I probably won't finish my entire dream board tonight, but that's okay. I have a goal to have it done by the end of, like probably the middle of this week, I think is realistic for me. And now I will just start adding stuff to it. So if you want, you can get really fancy and add pictures. And so just go to Google. If you have a dream car you want and you know exactly the dream car you want, like you know that you want, this new, Toyota 4Runner. Put that on your dream board if you know what you want. Otherwise, you can really go in and start to add. I use this geometric shape thing all the time. So let's pick our spa blue color that we like. That, somewhere in this range. That's like too dark. Maybe we'll just use this. So we can start to just create these little boxes. And so you can also come in here and right click, duplicate the overlay, and you can start to put them all over your board so that they're the same shape. And then if you want, you can end up coming in and like changing the color. So if you want to use different colors as you go along, or different colors for different things, one for business, one for family, one for fitness, you can do that. And I kind of did this last year where I used some pieces like this along with adding in photos where I felt it mattered. So I also came in and would add things, and the overlay would go to my own. And if I type in diamond, some various, where'd that thing go? Obviously too many things show up now when I just click on diamond. Okay. This is maybe not the exact one I want, but we'll use this for right now. So you could come in, use this, change the color, and I could put this over here and say that my goal is to be 10-star diamond in my second CVC. And I would totally change the font. That is a bit crazy. And let's see, I can make it a little smaller. And I can just start to play with stuff like this. So I could list out all of my ranked stuff actually in one of these boxes. And so you can really start to focus in on what you want your dream board to look like. I used to spend a lot of time putting pictures in for me. Thing is there's a lot of things that, like, it's not the things really anymore that I'm after. It's more so, the freedom and, being able to save and invest. So, I might go get a picture of a piggy bank or something cute to remind me of what I'm after on this journey. And one of my goals for this year is to save to really, a picture of our home. Maybe we'll go somewhere on this board. And then I don't know if I have any current pictures I could use. But then also just putting things on here, being able to save if we want to purchase a home, like a vacation home that we could use for rental property, things like that are going to go on this dream board too. So I am just going to fill it up, and I would have to go over here and I could grab this list that I gave you guys. Look at all these dream boards. I love it. You know what your assignment is going to be tonight, right? When you get these done anytime this week, I want you to post them in TPL and then tag me. Okay, so I have all of these goals listed right here. Attend church every Sunday, support a local charity. So those would probably go in like their own faith box, at least for me. And then date nights, family nights, a trip, and then, all of our house stuff. So you can really go through and think about what you want your dream board to look like. It's going to be different for everyone and how you lay it out and what it looks like. I've just found that this works for me. It allows me to be a little bit more specific on what I'm going after on my dream board. But okay, once you guys have done that, are you still with me here? Yes? Give me a yes in the chat if you're still with me, because I hope that you've started your dream board or you're going to start it tonight. But I want to teach you guys how to take it one step further so that you can make your dream board come to life, okay? Okay, because it's more than just this. I promise you it is more than just this. So what I will do, what I will show you guys to do is take that list that you've made, create your dream board, make it pretty, have fun with it, and put dates. I don't have dates on all of this stuff, okay? So, Grow a Second CBC, I have to summit, but I don't have a date on my third CBC, things like that. So I'm gonna have to switch that around. I'm gonna have to put some dates on some of this stuff. And I don't know about you guys, but I work quarterly and then I work monthly, okay? So I will open up Pages here and create a new document, and I can just dump this in. So here's what I do. I will start to make a list that says first quarter. And actually, I usually, I'll make like a whole thing. So I have like 4 boxes, and I will start putting stuff into each quarter that I want to accomplish. So to me, in the first quarter, all of this stuff seems very doable, okay? This family trip in December is not happening right away. So obviously that is moving. It would move down here to fourth quarter, and I would just plop that in, okay? So I have all of this, and I would kind of start to section it out. Rock a bikini by the pool this summer, okay? That's a toss-up between second and third quarter, but let's say I'm ready to rock it by second quarter. So I'm gonna dump it up there. Sell our house, all this stuff kind of comes into second quarter, third quarter. Okay, so you can start to move this around. Success Club 10 every month. I might take this Help 100 Women with their fitness and or business, and I'm gonna do this to it. I'm gonna delete it, because up here under first quarter, I'm gonna write help 25 women with their fitness and or business. And guess what? I'm gonna put that into every single quarter, because now I have it broken out for me. Whoops. Now I have it broken out for me, and I know this can't come first. We have to sell our house first. Stuff like that just bothers me. I'm gonna put this workout before the bikini too, because that's just, to me, like how my brain works. I'm not picky. But that's gonna start to be something that I can do. Every single quarter, I can help those 25 women. Okay, and then Success Club 10 every month. That's a monthly thing. Help 8 new coaches get started every single month. Again, that's a monthly thing. But how many does that compute to per quarter? That's 24 new coaches per quarter, right? So you can start to see like the impact of this, of laying it out per quarter. It just kind of gives me a barometer on where I am. And I can go into the back office, I can click on my qualifications, and I can look at my little elite tracker. If you're a diamond and above, it shows up in your back office, and you can check and see how many coaches you have recruited to date. So it's kind of cool if you want to like check things out and look, at what your business is doing and how you're growing, and reevaluate. You guys, I have had months where I have signed like 15 to 20 coaches, and I have had months where I've signed 2. For me, the biggest downfall in that is not just setting those quarterly goals. I can play catch up. but also setting monthly goals. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So read 20 personal development books. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to divide it by 4 because we have 4 quarters. So I'm going to read 5 books every single quarter. Seems doable, right? It's a little more than a book a month. And then I also have it in there that I want to attend a personal development seminar. That's probably going to happen in 3rd quarter. I also want to host an elite retreat for my elite coaches. So I'm hoping to do that in 3rd quarter too. So all of this kind of stuff, there's stuff in here that I'm like thinking of that I'm like, I'd love to be like a 200 diamond team, or, have how many coaches? Should we say like 20, 25,000 coaches in TPL in the total downline by the end of 2016? Things like that. I put those things that are going to take an entire year to accomplish into 4th quarter. They're just a barometer for me to know that I'm growing, that you guys are growing, that we're doing what we need to do. So just dream crazy big. Like, why not? The year that I decided to put all this crazy stuff down, not only on a dream board, but start to break it out per quarter like this, my business blew up. Okay, it's kind of crazy how it happened, but it totally just started to blow up on me. And I was like, this goal planning stuff works. So I took the time to kind of go through all of my goals. And I can even, if you guys really want to see it, I have these from every single year because Arnaud always made me send them to him. So I would, just start working on it. And as I look through this stuff, I realize there's a lot of it I have to give a date. But once I start plugging it in per quarter, so save for a Caribbean home, which we want to use as a rental property. So how much do I want to start to save every single month or per quarter? I can put that in there and I can put it into each quarter. It's a convertible car. I wrote, hey, it's a dream. That's just it. These are your dreams, whatever they may be. You can't tell me they're silly, just like I can't tell you yours are silly. They're dreams. And if you have them, I believe they can come true. So put it on here. I feel like people will always rise to your lowest expectation. It's the same for yourself. Don't put a limit on what you think you can achieve. The year that I sat here as a little baby diamond coach with no idea what I was doing, and I said I wanted to end the year 5-star and elite, actually at the beginning of the year I said I wanted to be 2-star and premier by the end of the year. And I ended up at 7-star and elite. You can surpass your goals. And you can have to come in and tweak your goals halfway through because you're already topping them, or maybe you're a little too ambitious. But I'd rather have you be too ambitious than go too small. Okay, so you can kind of start to get your things sorted out by quarter, make your dream board, make it pretty, then have a solid list that you're working from. I'm not kidding you guys. If you don't want to make the dream board, I'm here to tell you this list is more important. Corporate makes me do this list. I'm not kidding. The dream board for them is optional. That's more for me, for my pretty aesthetic of I want to look at it and refer back to it and maybe share it. This list is what they focus on. So take time and brain dump these goals for a list, okay? And then I'm gonna stop screen sharing here for a second. Let me figure out how I can get out of this. Okay, just go away. Okay, I hope you guys could see all of that. This YouTube thing is crazy. Okay, so we've got the dream board, we've got the quarterly goals, and I want to make sure I didn't miss any comments over here. Can we see all the years? Yes. Yes, I will see all the years. Hopefully you guys can see everything I'm going through here. Okay, so I don't care how you track. I am not going to tell you have to use the new coach or the tracker, the coach tracker, the daily activities tracker. I don't really like that thing. I don't like writing in zero if it's a 0 day. We all have like lives and kids, and sometimes we're sick. I still like a pen and paper. If you have Excel, it doesn't matter to me what you do. Or maybe, hold on, because there's some cute ones out there. If you have a cute notebook you want to use, this is another one of my favorites. It says, just when the caterpillar thought that the world was over, it became a butterfly. So you could take a book like this and just use it for the whole year. It doesn't really matter what it is, but I would encourage you, if you are not a pen and paper person by nature, to just use a book like this for setting your monthly goals only, and maybe personal development notes. Like, that's it. And if you don't track your business in a notebook, no big deal. Just put your monthly goals in here, somewhere where that you're going to see it and refer back to it. If it's a sticky note on the side of your computer, that's cool too. Pick what works for you. So when I start, my January notebook's already upstairs, but this is going to be February. Got them at the dollar store, literally $1 each. This is how I run like a multi-million-dollar business. This and, like, I'm not kidding, cute pens. Okay. So I flip open to the first page and I will literally write February goals at the top. That's it. Okay, so I might look at those quarterly goals that I had, and I'm going to refer back to them when I make my February list. Okay, so we already know Success Club 10, right? I said Success Club 10 plus every single month. So I will just write February goals and just, you know, live with me here. All of January is upstairs. So I'm going to be a little ahead of the game for January. So Success Club 10 plus, I said I wanted to help at least 8 new coaches get started in the business. So I'm going to write that in here, 8 plus new coaches are going to get started with me in February. And I'm telling you, when you guys go do this for January, and I'm not joking, go do this tonight or go do this tomorrow morning. When I do this the first day of every month, I don't care if it is a Saturday, I sit down and I lay out my goals for the month, because it takes 5 minutes and it sets your intention for the month. If you sit down and do this, your follow-through rate just like went way up, because this is the notebook I'm going to sit down and look at all the time when I get to work. So if a small little notebook by your personal development book or whatever, or if you are just completely not a pen and paper person at all, keep it on a note in your iPhone or keep it on a note on your computer. Put it in Evernote. Figure out what works for you, but start tracking those goals. Okay, so 8 plus new coaches in success, or new coaches signed in February. How many? I said I was gonna help 25. Okay, so like that's like 10 or so people helping a month. Get started with a challenge pack in a group, whether they're a coach or a customer. I might also make a goal that I want to have at least, 5 coaches or 10 coaches hit Success Club in February. I might also put my fitness goals on there. Whatever program I'm doing, finish Hammer and Chisel Strong, or restart the 21-Day Fix Extreme, recommit to whatever. Set those intentions for your month. And I don't care if you sucked at every goal you set in December, every goal you set last year, if all of your January goals you didn't hit and you're restarting in February in a few weeks. Keep doing it. These are the kinds of behaviors that have got me to where I am today. Because I would like make all these goals and I would have all these dreams. And I would not hit a lot of them. But keeping on, like making these goals and knowing I was going to go after it and hit it is what got me to where I am today. So you name it. And you best believe, I typically, because this is the binder I work out of for business, I tend to put my health, fitness, business goals at the top. I will make like little fun reminders at the bottom. Like I'll put like a heart, you know, and I'll write like date night inside of it, and I'll put the dates. I'll be like February, I'll look at the calendar and go, it's like Valentine's weekend, okay, get a sitter, you know, I'll put down the dates that we're gonna have date night, or I'll, you know, make another heart and put my girl's name in it because it's something at school that I want to go to and be a part of, and I don't want to miss it. You know, I make that stuff fun because that's for me. Or if we're going to go volunteer with church and donate time or money or whatever it is one Sunday morning, I'm going to put that date on here because this stuff, the feel-good stuff down here, is typically what feeds why I'm doing this up here. So I would encourage you to have all of your goals, because the more you keep them in front of you, the more likely you are to make them happen. I'm not kidding. Don't think I'm crazy. This really works. I'm like not kidding. So wherever you want to keep this, use it. And then you can take it a step further. So you've got the dream board. You've got the list of everything you dumped from your brain that you want to accomplish in 2015, whether it's big or small or crazy. You're going to put it out there, and then you're going to divide it up by quarter. You break it off into bite-sized pieces. Then we're going to break it off even further. We're going to break it off into hitting Success Club, signing the coaches, like achieving the new rank, helping so many people in a challenge group, finishing a program, having more date nights, spending more time with the kids, having dedicated work hours, whatever those goals are. As you do them, you get to check them off. So that feels really good. If you're like me, you love that. And then when you start to do that again and again and again every month, it not only creates consistency and discipline, but it creates this type of behavior that grows this business. If you start doing this every single month and you start hitting these goals every single month, and sometimes you miss them and you might have to put them into the next month, or you might just have to throw up your arms and go, oh, well, I'll try again next month. We've all been there. You begin to create big results in this business. I mean, I've talked about it before, but my entire business is built like on failure. All the things I screwed up at to get me to where I am today. And this is literally how I did it, was by making a list of goals every single month, looking at them when I sit down in the morning, and I like have my little like list of things to do. What's the first page I flip past? Goals. It's like just pounding it into my brain a little more. Leslie, you haven't hit Success Club 10 yet. Leslie, have you signed those 8 new coaches yet? Gets my booty moving. So same for you guys. So make this list. Then you can, if you want, take it a step further. Plug things in to your iCalendar or the calendar that you use and break it down. You know, if you invite, 8 people to the open house that we're having this week, and 2 sign up, and your goal is to sign 4 coaches this month, you've already knocked 2 off. You need 2 more, and you might be able to do that through a post or inviting to a future call or whatever. But that will kind of help you start to break that down. So I want to look at, I'm going to do another screen share. I saved off one dream board, and I just thought we would go through it quick. Because I think the other thing that I've done for several years now that you guys maybe have not done is when you make like these dreams and these goals and you're like, oh, they're gonna happen, it's gonna be amazing, is not only having like the quarterly or the monthly follow through on it, but realistically looking at those goals and going, okay, well, if that's what I want, this is what I need to do, right? So that is what I want to teach you guys. Oh, all you saw was the Facebook post? All right, hold on. I'm wondering, can I show you the document again? Sorry, you guys. Okay, let me, obviously, screen sharing is not my strong suit. Okay, present to everyone. I'll just show you guys this again. It's like super simple. It's a Word document. And I just broke things out by quarter. That's all. And so it's got first quarter, and I start dumping things into second quarter. And I mean, I would put Success Club 10 into each quarter, and I would literally go through and just start breaking all these things out, you know, especially if there's a deadline. You know, like if I want to have Jeff's CBC to 2-star by third quarter, I'm going to end up putting a date on it, you know, by like September 1st or whatever that is. So this kind of helps me be able to refer back quickly when I'm going to go make this. I'm going to get out my binder or my notebook for the month, and I can just go back and look at what I thought I was going to do in first quarter. When I go to make up those February goals, I can scroll up, and it just kind of jogs my memory of what I need to be working on, okay? And then I put this back down. And then I want to get up a dream board. I took this from Kelsey. I believe this was Kelsey's dream board. So let me see if I can share this now. Oops. And it's not showing up. Let me see if there's, oh, I have to open it. Hold on. Okay. I just want to go through hers. I thought that would be good for you guys to see. Can everyone see this dream board? That's my hope. Okay, so I just want to go through this dream board, and Kelsey's going to get a little extra help here. So she has, the first one is have at least $2,000 in savings. I assume, because there's no date here, which is fine, it's just a dream board. She's going to want to have this on her quarterly goals. And I would even encourage her to have a breakdown in quarterly goals. So if she was going to have $2,000 in savings by the end of this year, she would need to save at least $500 per quarter, right? 2,000 divided by 4. So if she's going to have $500 per quarter saved, we can divide that by the 3 months in the quarter. That means she needs to save about $167 per month in order to have her savings goal met. So if $167 saved per month sounds pretty reasonable, she can definitely hit that goal. Does that make sense? Like, see how we could just kind of like backed that up? I just backed that up. I completely reverse engineered that goal, and I was able to tell her that $167 saved per month would give her about $2,000 at the end of year, excluding interest in savings. That's huge, especially Kelsey might say, $167 seems actually really easy to save per month. You know, I think I could do $200 per month saved. And I feel like that would be a better goal for us. So she could up her goal, to $2,400 or $2,500 in savings by the end of the year. But Kelsey also has dreams to pay off their credit card debt. So again, we're going to take that total number, whatever it is. She didn't put it on here, but I'll just pick a number out of the air for the sake of being able to show you guys how I do this. But it would just be something as simple as saying, okay, she has $6,000 in credit card debt and she wants to pay that off. So really, if we're going to pay off $6,000 over 12 months, we're going to need to pay at least $500 a month towards the debt. And only she can really know that. And of course, if she's sitting here in January thinking, $500 sounds like a lot right now, don't underestimate the power of being able to build your Beachbody business so that you can begin to pay more. So maybe $500 a month is happening to get this all paid off by the end of the year. Whatever it is, take that number that you want to pay off, whether you want to pay off all of it, half of it, a certain bill, whatever, and figure that out. What do you need to do per month to get it paid off? Maybe you realize you can have it paid off by July. Maybe if you end up working your business like really, really hard, maybe you can pay it off even before. So that's kind of fun. And to me, those numbers are a little bit motivating. They make me like eat my 21-day fix meals at home more instead of going out to eat, because I'm like, that's more money we can throw at whatever. That's what I used to do. Okay, so then take a big family vacation. So Kelsey would really have to say where she wanted to go. Do they want to go to Disney? Do they want to go to Florida? Do they want to go and do what? Do they all have to fly? Are they driving? And like, what does the estimated budget look like? And when do they want to take this vacation? So if they want to take this vacation this summer, you figure they have 6 to 7 months to make it happen. And depending on the type of vacation they want to take, she's going to have to kind of put a dollar amount on it. Will the trip cost $1,000 or will the trip cost $5,000? The trip is going to cost $5,000 and it's about 7 months from now. You can just take that $5,000 and divide it by 7 and it will tell you about what you need to be saving per month in order to make that happen. You can even go so far as to break it down weekly or bi-weekly if you wanted to save that from your Beachbody income and be able to save that up so that you can take the trip. The same thing goes for the truck. Okay, the same thing goes for the truck. I don't know how much it is to upgrade the truck and when you want to do that by, but pick a date, figure out the difference. And this kind of stuff is going to tell you and get you focused and working on what you want to achieve by a specific date. And if all of this stuff is supposed to happen in December, you have a whole year to work on it. And just know that the only way your business can go is up if you're continually working on making these goals and dreams reality. So the last goal that Kelsey has on here is achieve diamond rank. She doesn't have a date on here, but let's pretend it's like April. She wants to hit it in like the next 3 to 4 months. And if Kelsey, Emerald, we'll just say she's an Emerald, I'm pretty sure she is an Emerald coach and she needs to get to diamond. And she's got about 3 to 4 months to do it. Okay, so I would tell her she needs to sign at least 2 to 3 coaches a month. You have to assume that maybe 1 or 2 might go inactive or quit, and no one wants to go diamond with just 8 coaches. And I mean, I will tell you guys, I had 20 coaches before I even went diamond. It took me that long to find people that wanted to do what I was doing. So don't think that just 8 is going to be your magic number. It's probably not. You're probably going to have way more than 8, and some are going to quit, and some are going to go inactive, and you're going to have to replace them, and you're going to feel like you're just going uphill. So I'm going to tell you right now, when you set these goals like achieve diamond rank, put a goal in there per month that says, sign 2 to 4 coaches a month. Because if you do that all year long, that's 24 to 48 coaches that you've personally signed up this year. And guess what happens? If you had 24 to 48 coaches that you signed this year, you would be a diamond coach, really solid in your rank, if not on your way to 2-star. So it's important to remember that we're not just always like rebuilding this business, we're building this business. So make your goals consistent, set them up every single month. Don't let this be like some secret, or don't let the last months of the year really trip you up. If these are your goals and you're setting out to achieve them every single month and you're looking at them and you're tracking them, there's no reason you can't make it happen. Do we all have tough months or hit some roadblocks? Absolutely. Absolutely. We all do. But whatever that rank is that you want to achieve, or that income figure you want to hit, or the trip you want to be able to take with your family, know that there is something you can do in this business to positively impact it and make it happen. So that's kind of how I would break down those goals. And you can put that all on paper, but really that monthly breakout is going to help you guys realize that. Because if Kelsey knows in order to achieve diamond by April that she's got to sign 2 to 4 coaches a month and be hitting Success Club and just be really consistent in her own posting and reaching out and, mentoring of her team, she's going to hit that goal. So, I will stop the screen share. Did you guys have any other questions or anything we should touch on before we are done here tonight? Anything? I'm happy to answer for a couple more minutes. Otherwise, I am going to go get what's left of my coffee and relax on the couch. But I hope that was helpful for you guys. It's kind of fun to just, think about the dreams and goals that you have for this year and let your mind run wild and just kind of go for it. What do you have to lose? Like, I had all sorts of crazy things on my goal list, and some I will miss and some I will hit. And that's cool. I don't hit every goal I set. I have plenty of goals from 2015 that I did not hit, like at all. But I don't just give up and quit. It's like some of them just move to 2016 and get a different date. That's it. But I learned a long time ago that playing small in this business doesn't really serve me, and it really doesn't serve anyone else. If you're looking to inspire a team, you gotta go big, okay? So think about what you want the rest of your 2016 to look like, and then go for it. You guys have the power within you to make anything in this business happen. I literally had no idea what I was doing, but I just went for it. And you guys can do that too. That's the coolest part. So if you have any questions, hit me up, or ask them in the event page for the dream board party. And then once you're done with either the goal lists or the dream boards, post them in TPL. If you're a personally sponsored coach of mine, sorry, I'm gonna have to cut it off because otherwise it would be insane. But if you want to send me your list of goals by quarter, I am more than happy to look at that and give you feedback too. So thank you guys for hopping on. I'm excited that you're here. I hope we can do some more little specials like this where I get to just help you guys learn something that has made such a big difference in my business. So I will talk to you guys next time soon. So you guys have a good night. Bye.